Hi everyone, it's Simon from Higher Plane Games. Hope you're all having a great day and welcome to BAFL, or Breaks Are for Losers. This is a top-down, one-screen makes all the racetrack game, so think Super Ivan Iron Man Off-Road if you're old like me, Micro Machines to some degree, or Slicks and Sliders, Super Sprint, that kind of stuff. But the crux of this is in the title, you got no brakes. And so the idea is just as much around survival of staying out of the barriers, staying out of other people, driving carefully and chucking power-ups at people if you choose to turn them on. Now, love the game. Came out Friday. This review goes out Sunday. And I think it's at 25% off. If I have any kind of problems with the game, it's the lack of tracks and variety of it. Admittedly, the game is down to having like a one-screen design. And that's all fine, but you can do quite a lot with one screen, as I've been doing with Gene Rally, making tracks for years. So yeah, for having barely over 10 tracks kind of makes me go, slightly annoying. But you've got championship or quick race, and you can choose your championship by 60-second races, laps, which is normally between 4 and 7 depending on the circuit. Last car standing is basically who's still going by the end, if you've been damaged or not. And then you can choose between 5 or 10 races. We'll leave tracks at random difficulty. Bots can be intermediate. And we'll pop nights on. We'll pop pickups on as well, just so you can see what they're like. As you can see, there's no brake on the controller. I do like a la old Mega Drive games. When you used to have like the J-carts and stuff, you've got... you can half your controller up, which is good. Loving that. So, let's get off and away. This is a 7 laps round an oval. I think this is also why I'm slightly like meh on there being only 10 tracks, because about 3 of them are ovals, or like variants of an oval. So you've got like a Pocono one, as well as like a we're going around in a circle one. So you can see, like now I've got come on. Thank you. So right, let me get back to that. As you can see, I had some bits up on top of me, those icons. They were for nitro boosts. Underneath that was my health, which is now almost gone, but I kept you out of the wall long enough to take the lead. And the idea is that whenever you hit the wall or someone else, that tracks down and goes. And you can see that it's in half there with a little bar in the middle. If you do crash out and wreck whilst you're on the track, it will sit there and pit you in refill until you get to that halfway point, or the first bar at least, until you upgrade that. For you to then get going again. You can pop into the pits and repair stuff, which I'm sure you'll see me do in a future race. Oh, there we go, the Pocono circuit next. But the way how I really like the in-between bits work is that you have 6 things that you can upgrade with coins that you get between the races. Coins are dished out evenly across everyone though, which is what I find really interesting. So you don't get more for winning, everyone gets the same. So you've got speed, adhesion, which is can you drift, handling, how tight you can turn the corner, brakes are on there for lols. You can never buy them, you never get enough coins, there's not enough races, hence the problem. Repairing, how quickly it takes to repair back if you're in the pits or out on track. Excuse me. And armour. So I'm going to go for 3 lots of armour, because I find that armour, handling and adhesion are generally what you want to go for. Occasionally repairing as well, if you're in like a long championship with 10 races.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm going to chill at the back here. But the big thing with this game essentially is trying to take corners really wide angled. See, that was good. Nice repair power up. And the idea around that is that you can then basically stay out of the barriers, but oh Christ, there we go. So let's come into the pits and repair. And yes, that does drop us down, and I nitroed to basically get back going again there. But this will help us out long term. Missed that power up. Second. Couldn't quite get the lead there. So for those types of races, speed would be a good one. But because there's like 2/3 maybe, you could kind of call overly type tracks, they're both out the way, so now I'm not really going to bother too much with speed. It's going to be more around corners. So I'll go handling. Yeah, and I'll leave that there and I'll play 10 over. Excuse me. The AI are generally quite challenging. Just as well. There is online multiplayer. And I do like that each track has its own kind of weird little thing going on. So this one's got like a little beam which is just turned on. Okay, some extra coins there, thank you. That power up turns everyone the wrong way on your controls. So left is right, right is left, which as you can see confuses a lot of people. And some people have completely missed out. So if you miss out on a junction, you can see it's trying to tell people to kind of go the right way again. So some people have not completed all the laps they think they might have. There we go. Last lap. Well done us. But the handling, it's floaty, but it's floaty in a consistent way, and that is perfectly fine for games like this. It works really, really well, especially because it makes you really think about how you take an apex of a corner. So, because I wanted to do that basically as an upgrade here. So like a circuit like this one that's come up, which is the third oval, as I call it, even though it's a skull, you can, if you're like proper pro, which I've just clearly not been with that, you can do it so that actually you can drift around a lot of the corners. Now my upgrade in the handling means that my car is taking stuff tighter than what I imagined beforehand. That's not a bad bike trait, that is a power up that confuses everyone on the screen. Yeah, this one hasn't gone well at all, has it? Right at the arse end. That was me being terrible at the beginning. Wow. Thanks, game. But yeah, so you can really sit and try and work out racing lines to how to get around stuff, and I like that strategic side of stuff. Makes me happy. Ah, this is the hardest track of the game. Let's do that. I appreciate that we're lacking in speed.
3, 2, 1, go!
plan here is that we can get out in front so that all of the AI just basically keep crashing into each other and we can stay clear. That's the only time I ever do any good on this specific track. So this is like the most difficult track out of the... It says that there's 10 plus, but I've only seen 10 tracks so far. But that might just be me. I have seen reverse options though, so maybe they're trying to say 20 tracks and you can go one way round one way around the other. Which to me doesn't count. So this type of game is perfect for multiplayer, and I'd really recommend it for multiplayer. Local. Online, I've not been able to test it. I've not been able to hook up with people. And there we go. But that kind of is the game, and that's the problem. There's not enough variety. There needs to be so many more tracks. So many more tracks. Aside from that, you've also got challenges here, which are time attack and perfect race. So I've already unlocked the next tier, but not these. So let's go into here. This is a different one. So currently I've got a 5 lap, or I can try and go for a perfect race and see how long I stay out of a barrier for. So let's go for time attack around here first.
2, 1, go.
Now perfect race is about trying to stay out of the barriers, which as you can see with a fully upgraded car, a little bit harsh to do. I'm sure it can be done. Let's say, is that a PB? Yes, it is. 4th in the world. Hey, there we go. So that's all good. Let's quit out of that. And then let's try... Actually, let's go back up here again. So let's try the Pocono circuit and we'll go for perfect race because I've not done that yet.
3, 2, 1, go.
And as you can see, it resets every time you hit something. So which is quite handy because it then... You just need the time to be able to kind of go, okay, I'll get there eventually. Ooh. Play Steam achievement. But this is where you can really hone not touching barriers and so on and so forth. It reminds me very much of Pixel Junk Racers. This type of stuff. So you can see I was just slightly shy there of the actual stuff, the second place stuff, and I just touched the wall there. So yeah, but that then leaderboard kind of stuff is really all that there is apart from the racing that you've already seen. So it's a tentative recommendation. I think you'll know if you want this now that you've seen this video. If the developer's watching, for the love of everything in the world, this needs so many more tracks. And there is so much that you can do in one screen, which is why I'm kind of a bit disappointed at the lack of track action. Everything else, absolutely spot on perfect. If this had 30, 40, 50 tracks on, or a track builder, then this would be guarantee, please go out and buy this game, take all of my dosh. at the moment, I feel I feel slightly disappointed that I know that having spent £5.50 on this, I'm going to be not really getting my money's worth. I think this will run out dry before it really needs to, and so this will kind of be parked for when I've got mates over. So thank you very much for watching. This is Breaks Are for Losers. It's out now on Steam, and if this was informative, let me know. Pop in a comment or a thumbs up or something. Take care all. Bye!